This is Bygone Treasures, your source for all geopolitics and history. Now in session. Dense jungles, whispering winds in ancient, empty cities, and the faint echoes of lives long forgotten. These places were once vibrant and alive, with people who celebrated their own cultures, shared their own languages, and marveled at the natural world in ways we may never truly understand. Imagine standing in a desert and stumbling upon towering stone pyramids that defy modern engineering capabilities, or sailing to the middle of the Pacific Ocean and discovering giant stone heads staring resolutely out to sea, guarding secrets of a civilization that vanished without a trace. The mysteries of lost civilizations are some of the most tantalizing puzzles of our past. They lure us with half-spoken truths and make us question everything we know about human history. It's not just about crumbling ruins or faded murals. No, it's about what these civilizations left behind and what they couldn't leave behind answers. Why did they disappear? What technological marvels did they possess that still defy our understanding today? And perhaps most intriguing, could their secrets hold clues to our future? Buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the greatest mysteries of ancient civilizations, stories so extraordinary that they'll keep you glued to your screen and leave you with more questions than answers. Number 1. Atlantis, the lost empire beneath the waves. Our journey starts with perhaps the most legendary lost civilization of all, Atlantis. According to the Greek philosopher Plato, Atlantis was an advanced utopian civilization that vanished beneath the sea thousands of years ago. And Plato described Atlantis as a vast island kingdom with an incredibly powerful navy, surrounded by a series of concentric circles of land and water. The Atlanteans were said to be technologically and architecturally ahead of their time, and their civilization flourished until they grew greedy and corrupt. As the story goes, the gods punished them, sinking Atlantis into the ocean in a single, cataclysmic day and night. But was Atlantis real? Or was it merely a cautionary tale about hubris and divine retribution? Over the years, scholars and explorers have proposed various theories about the possible location of Atlantis. Some suggest it could have been in the Mediterranean, near the island of Santorini, which suffered a catastrophic volcanic eruption around 1600 BC. Others believe Atlantis might have been in the Caribbean, under the waters off the Bahamas, where unusual rock formations hint at human construction. And then there are the more speculative theories. Was Atlantis swallowed by the Bermuda Triangle or buried under the Antarctic ice? What's most astonishing is how this story, over 2,000 years old, still captivates us. Modern sonar technology and underwater exploration continue to search for signs of this mythical empire. Yet Atlantis remains a riddle wrapped in mystery, a whisper lost in the waves. Number 2. The Indus Valley Civilization, masters of urban planning. From myths to real, documented mysteries, we head to South Asia, where the Indus Valley Civilization thrived around 4,500 years ago. Stretching across what is now Pakistan and northwest India, the Indus Valley Civilization was one of the world's 3 earliest urban cultures, alongside Egypt and Mesopotamia. What makes the Indus Valley people so fascinating is their advanced knowledge of urban planning. Their cities, like Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro, were marvels of infrastructure, featuring grid-like streets, advanced drainage systems, and even public baths that put modern sanitation to shame. Yet despite their achievements, we know shockingly little about them. One of the biggest puzzles is their script. Archaeologists have uncovered thousands of inscribed seals and tablets, but no one has yet deciphered their writing. It's as if this civilization is speaking to us from the past, but we don't know how to listen. Even more perplexing is their sudden decline around 1900 BC. Theories range from climate change and shifting river courses to invasions or natural disasters. But the truth remains elusive, and their sophisticated world continues to leave us in awe and frustration. Number 3. The Ancestral Puebloans, the enigma of the cliff dwellings. Now, let's travel to the American Southwest, where the Ancestral Puebloans, also known as the Anasazi, built awe-inspiring cliff dwellings. Around 1,200 years ago, they constructed entire villages high up in the cliffs of what is now Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah. The most famous of these is Mesa Verde, where intricate stone dwellings nestle under the cliffs, almost suspended in time. Why did these people choose such a precarious location? Theories abound. It may have been for protection from invaders, or perhaps environmental factors drove them to seek the cooler temperatures of the cliffs. However, just as mysterious as their architecture is their disappearance. By the late 13th century, the Ancestral Puebloans had abandoned their cliff homes, leaving behind no written records to explain why. Some experts point to a prolonged drought, while others consider social upheaval or the arrival of new, hostile tribes. The descendants of the Ancestral Puebloans, including the Hopi and Zuni people, still inhabit the region today, keeping the cultural spirit alive. But the full story remains an open question. Number 4. The Minoans, Europe's first great civilization. On the island of Crete, Europe's first advanced civilization, the Minoans flourished from around 2000 to 1450 BC. They built sprawling palace complexes, such as the famous palaces of Knossos, which was decorated with vibrant frescoes of bulls, goddesses, and sea life. The Minoans were master sailors and traders, connecting various parts of the ancient world through their bustling ports. However, their story, too, is shrouded in mystery. The Minoans suddenly disappeared, and historians still debate why. The most widely accepted theory is the massive eruption of the nearby Thera volcano, modern-day Santorini, which could have triggered earthquakes and tsunamis, devastating the island and crippling the Minoan civilization. But was this enough to obliterate such a sophisticated culture? Some suggest that Mycenaean invaders from mainland Greece delivered the final blow, while others argue that political and social upheaval played a role. The Minoans' graceful art and architectural wonders remain, but their sudden downfall still haunts historians and archaeologists. Number 5. The Nabateans, architects of the desert. As we continue our exploration, we find ourselves in the harsh deserts of what is now Jordan, where the Nabateans carved the breathtaking city of Petra into rose-red cliffs. Established as early as the 4th century BC, Petra became a thriving trade hub, linking the east and west through the ancient spice and silk routes. The Nabateans were architectural geniuses, using advanced water conservation techniques to flourish in an arid environment. They built intricate reservoirs and channels to ensure a steady water supply, defying the unforgiving desert climate. But despite their ingenuity, the Nabateans seemingly vanished. By the 4th century AD, Petra was largely abandoned. Some historians believe it was due to a shift in trade routes, while others point to devastating earthquakes that struck the region. The Romans eventually absorbed the Nabatean kingdom, but much of Petra's story remains locked in its sandstone walls. The city, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracts tourists and scholars alike, each marveling at its haunting beauty and the echoes of a lost civilization. Number 6. The Olmec, the mother culture of Mesoamerica. Our journey wouldn't be complete without exploring the Olmec civilization, often referred to as the mother culture of Mesoamerica, flourishing from around 1200 to 400 BC. In what is now southern Mexico, the Olmecs laid the groundwork for later civilizations like the Maya and the Aztec. They are most famous for their colossal stone heads, some weighing up to 40 tons, and their influence on religious and cultural practices in the region. Yet for all their influence, the Olmecs remain a mystery. We don't know what they called themselves, and their sudden decline around 400 BC remains unexplained. Was it environmental degradation, internal strife, or invasion by neighboring peoples? Their stone heads, with their enigmatic expressions, seem to guard the secrets of a civilization that shaped history, but left only a few cryptic clues. Number 7. Easter Island, the giants of the Pacific. Finally, let's journey to one of the most remote inhabited places on Earth, Easter Island, or Rapa Nui. This island is famous for its nearly 900 giant stone statues, or moai, carved by the Polynesian Rapa Nui people between the 13th and 16th centuries. The moai, with their solemn faces and massive size, remain a powerful symbol of human creativity and ambition. But why did the Rapa Nui carve these monolithic figures, And how did they move them across the island without modern technology? Even more confounding is the story of the island's ecological collapse. By the time European explorers arrived in the 18th century, the once thriving society was in decline, with few trees and limited resources. Was it self-inflicted deforestation, overpopulation, or the arrival of outsiders that sealed their fate? Some believe the island's history is a cautionary tale about environmental stewardship and the consequences of exhausting natural resources. The Rapa Nui descendants still live on the island, holding on to their cultural heritage, while the Moai stand as silent witnesses to the past. These lost civilizations hold the keys to some of humanity's greatest mysteries. They remind us of our shared past, of how even the most advanced societies can falter and vanish, leaving behind traces that baffle and inspire us. Our fascination with them is not just about curiosity, it's a yearning to understand who we are and where we come from. Maybe the secrets of Atlantis, the wisdom of the Minoans, or the lessons from Easter Island can offer insights into our present and future. If you enjoyed exploring these enigmas and want to dive deeper into the world's greatest historical mysteries, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Do you think we'll ever unlock the secrets of these lost civilizations, or will they always remain beyond our reach? And if you'd like to support more content like this, remember to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our future explorations. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.